Welcome back to the cauldron, my lovelies. It's November, and this week so many of us are slowing down just a little, or at least we're trying to. The world feels a little softer, a little more reflective. And today, I want to talk about something that showed up for me at the perfect time. Have you ever just woken up with a memory bubbling up out of nowhere? The kind that just floats to the surface, real soft, real unexpected, almost like it chose you? That happened to me today. This morning, this memory was the Johnny Appleseed Grace. I first heard it as a kid at a friend's house. Their family was Quaker. I didn't understand any of that at the time, but I remember how gentle they felt, how grounded they were. And now looking back, I can see how much intention was woven into that moment. I'm going to sing this because I feel like it's a lot more beautiful when you sing it, but I'm not a singer, so I apologize. It goes like this. Oh, the Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, the sun and the rain and the apple seed. The Lord is good to me. You can kind of see how that's a catchy kind of tune, but like I said, it just kind of came to me out of nowhere this morning. So maybe it surfaced today because we're in November, the month where everyone suddenly remembers that gratitude is a thing. But for me, it feels a whole lot deeper than that. It feels like Spirit is trying to get my attention, gently asking me to notice the simple, sacred parts of life that we rush past without even realizing it. And with Thanksgiving coming up, I've been thinking a lot about what we're taught growing up, the whole Pilgrims and Indians fairy tale. They all sat down and shared a meal version. And then you get older and realize that wasn't the truth at all. You know, that there was harm, violence, genocide, oppression, and pretending it didn't happen is not it. So when I celebrate Thanksgiving now, it isn't about that story. I'm not celebrating the lie that we were fed in school. I'm celebrating the act of breaking bread with people I love. I'm celebrating nourishment. I'm celebrating gratitude. I'm celebrating the fact that life gives us these moments to pause, breathe, and remember what actually matters. And I also want to say this because it's been on my mind. Sometimes in the spiritual community, and some of you may know this, people can get real uppity, really self-righteous, really holier than thou. And listen, if you're grounded in your values, that's beautiful, truly. But sometimes it stops being about living your values and starts feeling like it's about shaming everybody else's, especially around the holidays like Thanksgiving. Here's the other part I've been sitting with. Sometimes it's just easier to celebrate when the rest of your friends and family celebrate. People have the day off work. They're gathered, they're available, and breaking bread with the people you love, whether that's friends, family, or a mix of both, on a day when everybody is already together. There's nothing wrong with that. There shouldn't be shame in sharing a meal with the people who matter to you because the calendar says it's Thanksgiving. It's okay, honestly. But social media makes everything so damn performative, doesn't it? It pressures you to prove how ethical you are, how conscious you are, how aligned you are. And if you don't follow the script, suddenly you're the problem. I just don't think that's the best way to live. We don't have to compare ourselves to everyone else or measure our lives against the loudest voices online, magical or otherwise. If you want to break bread with your friends and family on Thanksgiving, then break bread with your friends and family on Thanksgiving. It really can be that simple. Yes, it's the day the government chose. Yes, it's wrapped in history and myth. But for many of us, it's almost the only day that people we love have off at the same time. Sometimes it's really not that deep. Sometimes it's just the day everyone can show up. And if someone truly can't stand the idea of celebrating on that specific day, pick another day. Make your own tradition. Bless a Wednesday dinner or a Saturday morning brunch. Because gratitude isn't locked to a date. It's a practice, and it's allowed to fit into real life. And that brings me back to the kitchen, because that's really what this episode is about. You build your kitchen, your energy, your intention, your presence. The magic you create in your kitchen doesn't come from the tools or aesthetics or whatever someone on Instagram says you, quote unquote, should be doing. Kitchen magic is accessible to everyone because it begins with your intention, with the energy you bring to the room. When you step into your kitchen, you're stepping into an energetic space. If you're rushed, the food feels rushed. If you're resentful, that energy sneaks into the meal. But if you soften, even for a moment, the whole room shifts. Cooking doesn't have to be fancy or witchy or curated. Your presence is the altar. Your intention is the spell. Your food is the offering to yourself, to the people you love, and to your own life. So, during this season of gratitude, I want you to think about the quiet magic in the lineage of your food. The farmers, the harvesters, the truck drivers, the grocery workers, the land itself, the weather, the sun, all the unseen hands and moments and forces that brought that nourishment to your kitchen. And if you want a simple ritual this week, something tiny, something real, here it is. Before you start cooking, put your hands on the counter, take one breath, and say, thank you. That's it. That's the whole spell. Until next time, stay steady, stay gentle, stay magical.